In many ways, this moment embodies our character as a nation. It demonstrates who we are, even in dark times.
Kamala Harris is the first woman and the first Black and Indian American to become Vice President of the United States.
I attended inauguration because it was important to show not just my community, but the world that democracy, survived that insurrection. But I was wearing a bulletproof vest.
But this moment comes at a time when fellow lawmakers, especially women of color, are still reeling from the violent racism of a pro-Trump mob overtaking the United States Capitol while they were inside.
Calmly, okay? Wait for the direction.
As they were closing the doors, we were told to run, just to run.
And it just got louder and louder. There was stomping and banging and chanting. And I realized that they were right outside my room.
It's just frightening because you don't know if you're next.
I ran and grabbed my bat and I cleared on my own the 3 rooms in my office. I needed to do that to make sure that nobody was hiding here.
The attack on the Capitol was fueled in part by a legacy of racism that dates back to our country's founding.
We heard people in the aftermath say, this is our house, which it is the house of the people of the United States. But in actuality, slaves built the United States Capitol and they built the White House.
Did you have a sense of exceptional vulnerability because of your gender or race?
When you grow up in the South, or when you have those kinds of experiences where you go to the back door to get your food because you can't go into that restaurant because of the color of your skin, you kind of have a cautiousness about you.
As a minority woman, I've always been try to be aware of my surroundings and just mentally prepared at any moment that someone might make fun of me or, use some, sort of discriminatory language.
As much as we want to believe that America is ready, to embrace our diversity, it's really not true. What Donald Trump has done in 4 years is he's allowed these people, to remove their Klan hoods and, be very open and blatant about their racism.
Which is why people like Representative Torres feel personally responsible as women, people of color, and most importantly, lawmakers to deal with the racial inequalities we know that our country is still struggling to overcome.
I owe a duty not only to those who died brutally in slavery, but to those here today. The pledge says, and justice and equality for all. That's what I'm in the United States Congress to do.
One of the most profound things that we could have done as members was to go back in and finish that work.
That is our job. That is democracy, and that is the rule of law. I hope it doesn't happen in my grandson's lifetime. I want to make sure that he knows that I was there and that I expect him to do what I did.